Hello and good morning, listeners. Welcome back to Almus Market Mornings with Pankaj Rathi this time, your morning brew of global financial updates. Now, folks, over the weekend, or rather, I should say the long weekend, we have had a good set of positive updates for the financial markets. Not doing further delay, there has been updates on the India-Pakistan conflict, US-China trade front, as well as the Russia-Ukraine front. So, Pankaj, I'd want you to quickly dive into all these updates and what should we be making out of the financial markets this time.
Thank you, Shikhar, and once again, good morning, everybody. In the continuity of last recording which I did, where I mentioned about the Donald Trump ideas of a situation and where he says about unknown, and I believe that we continue to basically behave, or maybe markets are behaving unknown. So, if you look at the overall context of unknown, this sudden pause in a US-China tariff, we will talk about that, and the kind of event unfolded on India-Pakistan in last few days. I will again make a reference to another movie of Christopher Nolan, the Tenet, whether Mr. Modi has consumed yesterday a kind of a pill, a truth pill, where he has clearly mentioned that it's not a ceasefire, it's not that we are stopping our uh, activities, it's just a pause. Any kind of a conflict, any kind of a response, or any kind of action from China, oh, sorry, my mistake, from Pakistan, it will be responded very, very strongly. So I would say that the things which we would have done last 30, 40 years back on our security, the yesterday's statement put it very, very bluntly, or I would say that very, very rightly and precisely, that we are not up for any kind of a disturbance in our country. So that's a good one. I will still look at our government's similar kind of approach on job creation and economic activities as well. Is the pause a new word? We are finding it very oftenly used now. And recently, Mr. Trump has around 90 days tariff pause. Yesterday, Modi ji, or maybe Indian conflict has India-Pakistan conflict also it's come out with a pause. And yesterday, the negotiation between the US and China, again, there's a pause of a tariff for 90 days. In between, the tariff reduction has been done from a US has reduced China tariff from 145 to 30%, and in reciprocation, China has reduced from 125 to 10%. And all this pause for 90 days. The other countermeasures have been also announced. So we will be tracking all those. In the response of all these, all equities market globally have gone higher. Indian equities moved higher by a kind of 3.2%. Yesterday, Sensex has seen a one-day single largest up move happened in BSE Sensex. What we also saw that US 10-year yield has also moved up by 10 to 12 basis point. We are approaching a very critical point of a 4.5%. Dollar index also moved by almost 2% in last 2 working days. We are trading around 101.64, which is kind of a euro at 1.11, and which is a major move in last couple of days. We have seen gold moving down by 3% and almost touch $3,200 dollar per troy ounce. We are seeing a good move in, again, Chinese currency. Chinese currency has appreciated, moving towards 7.15, which is a very critical support, currently dealing at 7.18. So let's come back with the statements which have been Mr. Modi had made yesterday evening. He clearly mentioned that we are in a new normal with our forces remaining extra vigilant. The suspension of Operation Sindoor is not a conclusion. India will continue to assess Pakistan every move in the coming days. As far as rupee goes, today morning, we are expecting it will be opening closer to 84.70. The strong support would be 84.50, and we might not test 85 today. This is on a currency front. Euro, we don't expect it's moving below 1.1040. Today, we are seeing a good support for gold at 31.50, 31.70, and we will kind of in a consolidation range moving on the other major currencies before we take another round of directional move. So closer to €1.10, it should be consolidating. That's all from me today.
Okay, Pankaj, that was good, crisp, and precise. And yes, folks, the statements by the Prime Minister yesterday was pretty good and quite reaffirming that any sort of notoriety will not be sustained. Rather, will be a response by the Indian government and the Indian defense. So, probably stating that this sort of activities will not be tolerated any further. And we are in a new normal where Operation Sindoor is not yet concluded. On the trade front, yes, we've seen the positive developments, which has also led to the kind of moves Pankaj mentioned. The updates on the US-China front on the trade side are yet to be followed with much more detail. But currently, the response have been on the positive side with equities rejoicing, gold correcting a slight bit, and currencies also finding their ways with dollar strength. So that's it for today, folks. We shall come back again tomorrow with another round of updates since the markets continue to be in the unknown situation, as Pankaj mentioned. Thank you so much for listening in. We'll be coming back tomorrow.